I'm Trish. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to prepare beets. Beets are kind of a fun vegetable because they're so brightly colored and they're really versatile. They taste great. You can put them on pasta or have them as a side dish. I think that people shy away from them because they don't know what to do with them. We're going to fix that. The first thing I'm going to do is put on some gloves. The beets will stain everything. So if you have an apron, you might want to consider an apron right now too. I am going to slice the top off of my beets. We just want the root. If you keep chickens, it's really fun to give the chickens the skin to this. It gives your egg yolks a really spectacular surprise. So I'm just going to peel these, and I've got a carrot peeler here. Now, I endeavor to be tidy, but that's not always possible, particularly when I'm demonstrating. I did get some of the peels on my butcher block countertop, and it stained it. Bleach will take this out. When I'm doing this off camera just for my family, I usually scrape these over the chicken bucket or the composting bucket, and it goes a little better. It's a little awkward to do it up high, but you get the idea. So now we've got our peeled beets. I'm going to wash them, and then I'm going to dice them and put them in the steamer. Now we've got our beets washed, and we are going to slice these. I slice it a lot like a potato. I want medium large chunks. So I slice it in half and then into thirds. And I find that this size is, I don't know if you can see that, this size is pretty good for what we're going to do. If you're concerned about portioning, I find that one beet will serve 1 to 2 people. So 2 beets will serve 2 to 3 people. Depends on if you're using it as your side dish or as a topping, like for pasta. Okay, now we will put all of these into the steamer, and we're going to give it a little bit of water, about 1/4 cup for these 2 large beets, and I am going to cook it for 10 minutes in my 700-watt microwave. It's not a very powerful microwave. It's just a cheapie, but it does the job. If you have a more powerful one, you probably don't need to give it as long. You don't want them mushy. You just want to get the cooking process started. Here's our beets, all steamed from the microwave. We're going to add butter to a cast iron skillet. Sprinkle this with a little bit of onion powder, and we'll saute it. These are pretty, aren't they? I never want to add seasoning directly from the container that I store it in, so I put some onion powder in this little bowl. If you add it directly from the storage container, it puts a lot of moisture in, and it'll ruin your seasoning. They won't last as long, and it's harder to pour. I'm also going to add a little bit of flaked sea salt. Our beets have been sauteing for approximately 3 minutes, and they're just about done to the way I like them. There's a little bit of crispy on here, and they actually look a little lighter than when we started. I think they're about ready. Here's our completed dish. These are sauteed beets with onion powder. And I had a little bit of dried dill on hand, so I put that on the plate to give it a little extra. You know how much I love to be extra. This is gorgeous on a bed of pasta. I like to serve it with angel hair or as a side dish. I hope you make this and I hope you love it. Bon appetit.